day 4 of the new Weight Watchers plan. Well, let me tell you how I did today. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, November 17th. Day 4 of the new plan that rolled out on Monday. So I only recorded my lunch today. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. My dinner was a Subway rotisserie chicken salad. I didn't have any cheese on it. I didn't have any dressing on it. Didn't have any black olives on it. So it was just the salad with chicken. I believe the salad itself was 1 point. Let me pull that up on my app quickly so I can see. And when I got home from picking up the salad, I added some fat-free cheddar, which I think was 1 point. I think I have to put that cheddar in yet. Oh no, I already added it. So yeah, the fat-free cheddar was 1 point. And it says here that the rotisserie chicken is 1 point also. So 2 points for dinner. I topped the salad with some of the Walden Farms French dressing, which is 0 points. So I had 2 points for dinner, but I still ended the day over points. Oddly enough, I have a blue dot, but I'm over points, and I used up a few of my weeklies today. Let me go ahead and stop here. Show you what I had for lunch, which really isn't a lot different from what I had yesterday. But here it is. Okay, hi guys. Well, I'm here with my lunch again today. This is what I have. 2 hard-boiled eggs. This weighed out 88 grams. 0 points for this. This is one of my favorite, the Star-Kissed tuna packs. 0 points now on Weight Watchers, on the Weight Watchers plan. I brought another bag of the WW potato crisps, salt and vinegar, 2 points for that. And then I have 2 of the Laughing Cow wedges and 2 of these Wassa crisp breads. Crisp breads are 1 point each for the Laughing Cow. So in this bag I've got 3 points. 4, 5, 2 points for that. Everything else is 0 points. Oh, and a banana. I brought my banana again today. I'm finishing up the coffee. I've been sipping on since I left. My coffee is only 2 points today. I got up kind of late, and so that first cup of coffee I only had 15 milliliters of fat-free half and half, and that's 0 points. So I have a total of 5 points for lunch today. Coffee is 2 points, so I believe a total of 7 points so far today. Not sure what I'm having for dinner tonight. I didn't take anything out of the freezer, so we'll see what I come up with later. So, all right, that's my lunch. Well, you might be thinking, well, Sue, you only had 5 for lunch, the 2 in your coffee for breakfast, had 7 points at the time I recorded that lunch, and then I only had 2 points for dinner, which would have made a total of 9 points. Yes. When I went to Subway, I picked up a cookie. I picked up one of their raspberry cheesecake cookies, and according to the app, that cookie is 11 points. So I added 11 to the 7, which would have been 18, but I'm still over points, right? So before I left school, this is National Education Week, so in the teacher's lounge they've got all kinds of stuff, and I have been fending off all of the cookies and popcorn and candy and stuff that's been in the teacher's lounge, because I just don't go in there a lot. I was in there after school today just to get some ice because I was thirsty. It actually was an incredibly long day at school today, or so it seemed. And one of the teachers there handed me a can of Coke, And if you've known me for any length of time, you know that is my kryptonite. So I took a can of Coke. Now, I could have easily just said, well, it's just one can. It's not going to worry, not too much harm. It was regular Coke. And then when I got home, I tracked it. And that can of Coke was 11 points. So I had 22 points all total in things I could have avoided today. That being said, that took my total to 31 points. Not super bad. Like I said, I used some of my weeklies. I still have 8 weeklies left. And oh, by the way, one of my subscribers reminded me yesterday how I could look to see what my weeklies were. I had forgotten there was a place on the app where I could actually go and look that up. Because some of you have asked me how many weeklies do I get. I get 28 weeklies. So I get 23 points and 28 weeklies. So I am, I don't really like to use those weeklies, but like I said yesterday, that's what they're there for. And so I'm down to 8 weeklies, and I have one more day until my points reset. So we'll see what my weight does on Saturday. Even though I weigh myself every day, my weight this morning was down just a little bit from yesterday, but it's not, for me, it's not really a true weigh-in, because normally for my weight to really settle in where it's going to be, I have to be up for an hour. I sort of have this weigh-in routine that I get up, I weigh myself, I see what that number says, and then I just come to the couch and I sit for about an hour, and then I weigh myself again, and that's the number I take. On the mornings that I work, I don't do that. I just weigh myself when I'm getting up, get ready for work, and go. So I'm thinking my weight is actually down further than what it's saying, but we'll see on Saturday. I am not in any way stressed out about my weight this week. I'm just not. I know that I'm having a good week on plan. Yeah, I've used some weeklies, but I'm doing what I need to do. So, and even if I don't have a big loss this week, I've had 2 losses in a row. I'm hoping I at least have a loss. And at this point, I don't care if it's a tenth of a pound; it's a loss. So, but like I said, I know that I'm doing what I need to do to stay on plan, and I've had a good week. Uh, anyway, tomorrow's Friday. Yes. Uh, don't get me wrong, people. I am enjoying my job. I really am. It's kind of, last week was like an adjustment period, not only for me, but for the kids, because I'm not sure I ever told you the story why I even applied for this job. So, as many of you know, I'm a retired music teacher. I taught choir uh, for several years in another school district, and I retired back in 2015 when Joe was getting really sick. I decided I want to stay home and help take care of him, and we knew the time was getting short, and so I'm glad I did. I'm glad I retired, and I had a couple years with him I wouldn't have really had I kept working. So while I was out in Oregon after I left South Dakota this summer, some former colleagues of mine sent me a link to this particular job. Apparently, their regular teacher that they had resigned like 5 days before school started. She was having a high-risk pregnancy, and she wanted to stay home. They had been trying for a long time to have a baby, so she's home. She's happy. Baby's doing well. They had they had one sub come in that was there for a few weeks, but didn't want to work at the middle school. She's a very good choir director, very well-known choir director in our area, but she just didn't want to do middle school, and she was also having hip replacement surgery. So she quit. And then they had a long-term sub come in who was there for maybe 4 weeks, and then he quit because his father had some medical issues, and he decided he didn't want to be a teacher after all, and so he quit just days before their last concert. That's where I come into the picture then. They were looking for someone to fill the position for the rest of the year. They wanted somebody that had a certification in music. and I was the person that fit the bill apparently. So I interviewed with them the day after I got back from being gone for almost 6 months, and the day after my interview, they called and hired me. So I am just there at this school. It's a small rural school. I am only there for this year. I had to change my license. Ohio offers what they call a reinstatement license. So I had a substitute teaching license, um, and then the state allowed me to reinstate my full certification without any additional coursework. And it's only a 1 year license, which of course that's all I want because I'm still moving after I'm done with this. Um, so it's a 1 year reinstatement license, they called it, and it's only for that school district. So I couldn't take that license and go someplace else. Um, and then I have the option, if I want to, at the end of the school year, to apply for my full certification license again. However, the caveat on that is I would have to take 9 hours of classwork, which I don't have any intention to do. So, and I made it clear to the school district I'm only there for this year. I have no interest in pursuing another year of education. Um, Sad thing for them is that I'm leaving at the end of the year, and their band director that has been there for like 30 years is also retiring at the end of the school year. So they've got some work to do to find replacements again for next year, but it won't be me. um, Overall, I'm having a good time. I'm starting to get to know the kids. They're starting to get to know me. It was last week a period of adjustment because they hadn't had any structure either at the high school or the junior high or the middle school. Um, they hadn't really had any structure, anybody that had any classroom expectations of them. And suddenly here I come and I say, you need to do this, this, and this, and this to be successful in here. And don't mouth off at me. Don't roll your eyes at me. This is especially at the middle school. And you're going to follow my classroom rules. And some of them found out the hard way that I meant what I said. High school is getting a whole lot better. They're understanding now that what kind of work I require out of them for their top show choir group, and middle school is coming along. So overall, I'm really liking my job. It's not a bad gig. I teach 5 classes a day, and I was supposed to have a 6th class, and the middle school decided uh, not to do that particular class. I thought they were going to reinstate that class. It was a general music class. I thought they were going to reinstate it second semester. Principal told me today, no, we're just not going to rock the boat. We've already got a plan in place. We're going to go with that plan. So, which is fine with me, which means I'm doing all choir classes, which is what I love to do. Um, we have a concert coming up December 12th with my high school choirs, and then we share that concert with the high school band. The week immediate after that, on the 19th, is my middle school choir concert, and we're sharing that with my high school choirs. So high school choirs are coming in and helping them on a couple pieces. So lots going on in the next few weeks. It's keeping me super, super busy. Even though I'm only teaching 5 classes, I do have like a 2-hour period of time that is like my planning slash lunch. Plus, I work in my office, time. So the day goes by fast. And like I said, it's not a bad gig, and I'm doing what I love. So I eat my lunch at school, and I usually get over to the middle school. I'll eat my lunch while I'm working in my office or making phone calls or sending out emails and that type of thing. So the school is thrilled to have a teacher there that knows what she's doing. So I did have to call a parent yesterday that I never have liked to have a parent conversation like I had yesterday. Um, but it goes with the job. Anyway, back to Weight Watchers. This week, I know that I have, for the most part, been spot on plan. My best day of the week was, Monday was good and Tuesday was good. Yesterday, no, Monday and yesterday were very good days on plan. Tuesday is when I was sick and I had that mac and cheese. But that, like I said, that was the only meal that I had. And today I had my lunch and I had dinner and then I had that cookie and that pop. So those are really the only mistakes I've made on plan. But people, it's real life. We're going to not be perfect on plan all the time. There was a time when I was doing these perfect on plan challenges. Um, and that's okay if they last, like a week, I guess, but that's not sustainable. So we know we're not going to be perfect on plan every single day. Um, Only one person I know of maintained that for a long time, and that was Corey Yeager. Um, if you've watched Weight Watchers with Carrie, her husband Corey was perfect on plan for like a year, dropped tons of weight. So, and I have been okay. I mean, you can tell it bothers me though when I go off a little bit. Just even after I drank that Coke, I was it just came at a time when it's kind of I looked at it, I thought I probably shouldn't have this. I was so thirsty because I talk all day long, so I was so thirsty. I was tired, and I just didn't have the willpower to fight it. And then when I picked up my sandwich, the cookie just looked at me like says, you're gonna eat me, and I let it get to me. So, well, anyway, that's my story for today. Um, Tomorrow is Friday, so the kids will be squirrely. The middle schools, I have the middle school students in the afternoon, and they're squirrely anyway, but on Fridays, they seem to be squirrelier because they want to get out for the weekend. So, and I do too. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll be back to show you hopefully what I'm eating tomorrow. Uh, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have for lunch. It could be exactly what I ate today, and it might be something different, but it could be exactly what I ate today for lunch. That seems to be a good lunch. It's easy to take. It's portable. That's what I like about it. It's like if I had to, I could eat it in the car uh, on my way over to the middle school, which I don't really have to, but that's what I like about that particular lunch is that it's just so portable. I've been buying the hard boiled eggs that have already been pre-made. Um, Two reasons actually, because it's just so darn convenient, and we have an issue here with my kitchen sink, so I can't drain anything down to the drain. Uh, and that's a whole story. It's like an old house story, but so I can't really use my kitchen sink anymore. And it's difficult for me to do some of the food prep I normally would do. So those hard-boiled eggs come in a bag, and I get them, and I'm so glad that I have them because it's a quick protein snack for me. So, and I like to have protein for my evening snack, and actually, I like to have protein at every meal. So I'm babbling now. I'm tired. I do have one class of grades I've got to get in before I can go to bed tonight, but I'm going to do that and hit the sack. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, hopefully. Stay safe out there. I ran into some icy roads this morning, so if you are over in the Buffalo, New York area, please, 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 please be careful. I think you guys are used to that type of weather. Over here, we would be grounded. I mean, everything would be closed if we were getting the kind of snow you guys are getting. But anyway, I'm going to end it now. Okay? You guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.